The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, is a space telescope developed by NASA with contributions from the European Space Agency, ESA, and the Canadian Space Agency, CSA. The telescope is named after James E. Webb, who was the administrator of NASA from 1961 to 1968, and played an integral role in the Apollo program. It is intended to succeed the Hubble Space Telescope as NASA's flagship mission in astrophysics. JWST was launched 25 December 2021 on Ariane flight VA256. It is designed to provide improved infrared resolution and sensitivity over Hubble, viewing objects up to 100 times fainter, and will enable a broad range of investigations across the fields of astronomy and cosmology, including observations up to redshift ZH20 of some of the oldest, most distant, events and objects in the universe, such as the first stars and formation of the first galaxies, and allowing detailed atmospheric characterization of potentially habitable exoplanets. JWST's primary mirror, the optical telescope element, consists of 18 hexagonal mirror segments made of gold-plated beryllium which combine to create a 6.5 meter, 21 feet, diameter mirror. This gives Webb's telescopal light collecting area about 5.6 times as large as Hubble's 2.4 meter, 7.9 feet, mirror, 25.37 meters square collecting area to Hubble's 4.525 meters square. Unlike Hubble, which observes in the near ultraviolet, visible, and near infrared, 0.11.014 m spectra, James Webb Space Telescope will observe in a lower frequency range, from long wavelength visible light, red, through mid-infrared, 0.628.314 m. This will enable it to observe high redshift objects that are too old, faint, and distant for Hubble. The telescope must be kept below 50 K 223 degrees centigrade, 370 degrees Fahrenheit, to observe faint signals in the infrared without interference from any other sources of warmth, so it will be deployed in space near the Sun-Earth L2 Lagrange point, a point in space about 1.5 million kilometers, 930,000 miles, from Earth, where its 5-layer kite-shaped sunshield can protect it from warming by the Sun, Earth, and Moon at the same time. The NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, GSFC, in Maryland manage the development, and the Space Telescope Science Institute is operating James Webb Space Telescope. The prime contractor was Northrop Grumman. Development began in 1996 for a launch that was initially planned for 2007 with a US $500 million budget. There were many delays and cost overruns, including a major redesign in 2005, a ripped sunshield during a practice deployment, a recommendation from an independent review board, the COVID-19 pandemic, issues with the Ariane 5 rocket and the telescope itself, and communications issues between the telescope and the launch vehicle. The high-stakes nature of the launch, which is the planned backbone of the next generation of research in ITS clarification needed fields, and the telescope's required complexity, was remarked upon by the media, and commented on by scientists and engineers. Construction was completed in late 2016, when an extensive testing phase began. JWST was launched 12:20 UTC 25 December 2021 by an Ariane 5 launch vehicle from Kourou, French Guiana, and was released from the upper stage 27 minutes later. The launch was described by NASA as flawless and perfect. As of January 2022, the telescope has been fully and successfully unfolded to its operational configuration, and continues to travel to its target destination. It will take several weeks to cool to its operational temperature, and will then undergo final testing and calibration procedures for around 5 months, potentially including its first images, before commencing its planned research program.